Now this is an interesting one. Just been sent this today. We've got the start of this huge storm that's just come through, and the customer just sent me two photographs. This photograph saying, "Look what's happened to my roof." So I immediately got back to him and said, "Look at this bit here. Where does that come from? That looks like it's fallen off the upper roof." So we go and look at the upper roof. This is the lower roof, and that's the bit there. And we look at the condition of this. Now I get asked all the time about insurance companies. Are they going to cover this or not? Well, the thing is, first of all, you've got to do is determine whether or not there's been a storm. And of course, this is being called a storm by the press. But whether or not the Met Office say it's a storm has to be determined. Sometimes the insurance company want to know all sorts of data. There might have been a storm in the press. The Met Office might say there's been winds over a certain amount. It depends on your policy whether or not they're going to say, yes, this is to do with storm damage. Then they're going to look at the rest of the property and say whether it's been maintained correctly. There's lots of data online about this. The Ombudsman talk about this a lot, and it's really a lot of this does go through to disputes, because sometimes the insurance companies do and sometimes they don't. It really depends on your policy whether or not this is going to be covered. But as far as I'm concerned, I can't really go out and do anything safe on this roof until the storm's gone by. Then it is the customer's responsibility to minimise any claim. So regardless of whether or not you can get in touch with your insurance to say to them, I need to get someone in, can I have the go ahead, you should really get someone in and minimise the claim. You can't go away on holiday or go to work or whatever and leave problems to get worse and worse and worse. That is a very irresponsible thing to do, and you should find that in your policy it says to you that you have an obligation to minimize any claim. So on this particular roof here, if that's not leaking up there, and it could be, but I'm looking at this and I'm going, do you know what, anybody coming out, a loss adjuster coming out to have a look at this roof is possibly going to say lack of maintenance. I mean, that's to do with next door. By the way, I would suggest that that bit there has come off at the top of that flaunching because of the colour of the cement. So with this kind of storm damage, it's all really, can you prove the maintenance on your property? And that's one of the reasons when we do insurance companies now want us to come out and do assessments on people's roofs. If you've got an assessment on a roof that says that 6 months ago they looked at it and it was okay, and perhaps there was a few bits of maintenance that needed to be done, and we came out and did that bit of maintenance, you're in a much better place to be able to say to the insurance company, hey, look, we had an inspection of the roof 6 months ago, and it was deemed to be okay. So there we go then. Thanks for watching.